Biden declares the 28th Amendment, a historic milestone in the fight for equal rights. Imagine a future where equal rights, regardless of gender, are a guaranteed constitutional reality. President Joe Biden has taken a bold step by declaring the Equal Rights Amendment, ERA, the 28th Amendment. But legal hurdles and sharp political differences remain. Is this America's defining moment for equality? The fight for the Equal Rights Amendment has spanned a century. First proposed in 1923, the ERA sought to ensure that equality of rights under the law shall not be denied on account of sex. Despite decades of advocacy, it faced countless obstacles. In the 1970s, the ERA gained momentum, with Congress finally passing it in 1972. But the amendment needed ratification by 38 states to become law, and the clock was ticking. The deadline? 1982. When the deadline passed, only 35 states had ratified. The dream seemed dead. Fast forward to recent years, momentum for the ERA has returned. In 2020, Virginia became the 38th state to ratify, reigniting interest in the amendment. Advocates argue that the 1982 deadline should not invalidate the ERA's adoption. After all, equality should never expire. This year, President Biden reignited the debate, declaring the ERA as the 28th Amendment. His message was clear: gender equity is not just a cause, it's a constitutional necessity. But is this declaration legally binding, or just a symbolic push for justice? Opponents of the ERA argue that the 1982 deadline is immovable. They claim the Constitution's amendment process must be respected. Without starting anew, they argue, the current push to recognize the ERA is illegitimate. Legal battles loom large on the horizon. Some also worry about broader societal interpretations. What would ERA adoption mean for contentious issues like women's rights in the workplace or protections for LGBTQ+ individuals? Critics see ambiguity where supporters see progress. President Joe Biden has made his position crystal clear. Declaring the ERA as the 28th Amendment symbolizes his unwavering commitment to ensuring equality for all Americans. For Biden, the current ERA declaration represents the end of an overdue journey. His message resonates with many. Ensuring constitutional gender equality isn't just progressive, it's foundational. Biden emphasizes that achieving this step isn't about rewriting the rules, it's about confirming justice already owed. Former President Donald Trump firmly stands against reviving the ERA. His reasoning? The ratification deadline passed decades ago, and reopening the issue sets what he sees as a dangerous legal precedent. Trump's stance reflects broader conservative hesitation about expanding constitutional rights beyond traditional frameworks. For Trump and like-minded conservatives, the ERA represents overreach rather than necessary reform. If recognized as the 28th Amendment, the ERA would create sweeping changes in law. Gender discrimination in pay, housing, healthcare, and education could face greater scrutiny. This would particularly impact systemic issues like pay equity and reproductive rights. Revisiting strict interpretations of laws may occur too. For example, the ERA could enforce greater legal protections against gender-based violence. Yet, critics worry about potential unintended consequences, from legal complications to cultural shifts. This is more than an amendment, it's a reflection of American values. The ERA debate exposes deep divides within the country. One side champions progress and equality, the other argues for constitutional conservatism and respect for historical limits. As the courts and Congress debate, the future of the ERA and equality itself hangs in the balance. Yet, the declaration by Biden has cemented the ERA as a focal point in America's ongoing conversation about justice. History is being made now. Your voice matters. Engage in this critical national conversation by staying informed, voting for equality-focused leaders, and advocating for systemic fairness in law. Share this video to spread awareness, because equal rights can't wait any longer. Together, we can shape a more just and inclusive America.